Hello, my name is Yuriy Vladimirovich. I am the chief physician at the addiction treatment clinic Dr. Blago Plus. So, let's talk about codependency. Codependency is a pathological relationship among a group of people who maintain the unhealthy condition of a dependent person within the family. Very often, the people surrounding the dependent individual play a kind of game. This game is called the King's Light, and some refer to it as tough love, or they positively reinforce his codependency, his illness, without realizing that in doing so, they are actually giving the sick person the opportunity to, so to speak, gain momentum, in other words, to become more experienced in his illness. Such people very often get absorbed by his emotional state. The dynamic of their relationship sometimes comes down to this. For example, the dependent person comes home, he's angry, he's aggressive, but they believe that he's angry and aggressive not because he's hungry, for instance, but because he's not happy to see them. In other words, these are rescuers, people who are constantly trying to save him by enabling his illness, saving him from problems at work, saving him from trouble with law enforcement, saving him from some kind of financial pitfalls. So, by trying to save him, they themselves become hostages to this tough love. For a long time now, addiction specialists and psychotherapists have known that elements of tough love are set aside only when the patient is given the chance to truly suffer through their problem until they hit what's commonly called rock bottom, so that they go through all the hardships and humiliations of their illness themselves. Only then does a rational desire to get treatment appear, not in everyone, of course, but often in most cases. That's the ideal scenario, when the patient comes in on their own, voluntarily, and expresses a desire to get help. Because otherwise, when they're stuck in this dysfunctional, unhealthy relationship with their relatives, they very rarely show any real willingness to seek treatment. Sometimes this doesn't always end well. Treating these conditions with a combination of medication and psychotherapy, especially when the therapists have experience working with people who have addictions, can yield pretty good results. Pretty good, because, honestly, changing the brain's biochemistry and breaking the chains of addiction is always a difficult and lengthy process. There are no quick miracles here. It's also not always easy or quick for relatives to stop their tough love or their habit of rewarding positive behavior, so to speak. It's a hard, monumental task, and if you end up in the hands of a professional, I believe they can help you. We work with this problem. We deal with codependency issues every day, and trust me, nothing about it surprises us anymore.